Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, in the singular, the most merciful God, the bestower of mercy. O true believers, take not my enemy and your enemy for your friends, showing kindness towards them, since they believe not in the truth which hath come unto you, having expelled the apostle and yourselves, because ye believe in God your Lord. If ye go forth to fight in defence of my religion, and out of a desire to please me, and privately show friendship unto them, verily I well know that which ye conceal, and that which ye discover, and whoever of you doth this hath already erred from the straight path. And we see there that it's clear to anybody with even an English understanding that this fighting for God's religion is against those who are driving people out of their homes and being oppressors and whatnot. Desire please and privately show friendship to them. Verily I will know that which ye conceal, and that which ye discover, and whoever who doth this hath already erred from a straight path. If they get the better of you, they will be enemies unto you, and if they will stretch forth their hands and their tongues against you with evil, and they earnestly desire that ye should become unbelievers, neither your kindred nor your children will avail you at all on the day of resurrection, which will separate you from one another, and God seeth that which ye do. Ye have an excellent pattern in Abraham, and those who were with him, and they said unto their people, Verily we are clear of you, and that which ye worship besides God. We have renounced you, and enmity and hatred is begun between us and you forever, until ye believe in God alone, except Abraham saying unto his father, Verily I will beg pardon for thee, but I cannot obtain aught of God in thy behalf. And that was, that is something that we see a lot these days, that these so-called tolerant liberals will claim that there's Islamic extremism and Islamic terrorism and Islamist and all this stuff that really criticizes the people who believe in the basics of Islam, and yet you'll say that they're their friends. They will bomb villages, and you'll say, well, okay, well, no. Even their friends, they're enemies to their friends, really. O Lord, in thee do we trust, and unto thee are we turned, and before thee shall we be assembled. O Lord, suffer us not to be put to trial by the unbelievers, and forgive us, O Lord, for thou art mighty and wise. Verily ye have in them an excellent example, unto him who hopeth in God and the last day, and whoso turneth back. Verily God is self-sufficient and praiseworthy. Peradventure God will establish friendship between yourselves and such of them as ye hold for enemies, for God is powerful, and God is inclined to forgive and merciful. And as to those who have not borne arms against you on account of religion, nor turned you out of your dwellings, God forbiddeth not you to deal kindly with your dwelling with them, and to behave justly towards them, for God loveth them who act justly. And verse 7, Aslahu jalla bainakum wa bainal ladhina adaytum min mawadatan wallahu qadirun wallahu ghafurur rahim. Perhaps Allah will make friendship between you and those whom you hold as enemies, and Allah has power, and Allah is oft forgiving, most merciful. And mawadat, So God provides the gift of beloveds, not just spousal, but in terms of other relationships too that have nothing to do with family. لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم يقاتلوكم في الدين ولم يخرجوكم من دياركم أن تبروهم وتقسطوا إليهم إن الله يحب المقسطين. Allah does not forbid you to deal justly and kindly with those who fought not against you on account of religion, nor drove you out of your homes. Verily, Allah loves those who deal with equity. So the ban against friendship with disbelievers is only the people who are either enemies to Islam or enemies to your own person or property, or those of the believers. You can't, as seen earlier. But as to those who have borne arms against you on account of religion, and have dispossessed you of your habitations, and have assisted in dispossessing you, God forbiddeth you to enter into a friendship with them, and whosoever of you entereth into friendship with them, those are unjust doers. All, yes. And a very important thing that we see here is the of you is not just a small group of you, any Muslim. If they're enemies to any group of Muslim. Now, that's not saying that people shouldn't be punished for their crimes, but no, you can't say, well, we're from a different country. No, that doesn't work. O true believers, when believing women come unto you as refugees, try them. God well knoweth their faith, and if you know them to be true believers, send them not back to the infidels. The unfaithful, but the misbelievers is a better way to translate that. Quran doesn't use words like pagan and heathen and infidel and whatnot. They are not lawful to have in marriage, neither are the unbelievers lawful for them, but give what they shall have expended of their dowers. Nor shall it be any crime in you if you marry them. Provided you give them their dowries. So, it's not per se that a marriage between a believing woman and a disbeliever doesn't count. It's that it's wrong. It's that they are sinning in maintaining their marriage with the disbeliever, and it becomes very clear because as we'll see, what's lawful and fair, well, someone who doesn't even claim Islam is going to have problems with what they consider fair or lawful, and putting them at the head of the house, and they are not bound to the same dictates when it comes to earning. They may make money from selling sinful materials or doing sinful deeds. And retain not the patronage of the unbelieving, but demand back that which ye have expended, and let them demand back what they have expended. This is the judgment of God, which he established among you, and God is knowing and wise. If any of your wives escape from you to the unbelievers, and ye have your turn, give unto those whose wives shall have gone away out of the dowries of the latter so much as they shall have expended, and fear God in whom ye believe. O prophet, when believing women come unto thee, and plight their faith unto you, that they will not associate anything with God, nor steal, nor commit fornication, well, sex outside of marriage, not just fornication, any sex act, porn in Greek. Porneuse is the verb for that. Fornia is any intercourse or out of course as well. Nor kill their children, nor come. I'm saying the Latin and the Greek, not the Arabic. I'll say that later, or maybe I won't. Nor kill their children, nor come with a calumny which they have forged between their hands and their feet, nor be disobedient to thee in that which shall be reasonable. Then do thou plight thy faith unto them, and ask pardon for them of God, for God is inclined to forgive and merciful. O true believers, enter not into friendship with the people against whom God is incensed. They despair of the life to come, as infidels despair of those who dwell in the graves. So those who have died, it's either, very good for them or not. But, if people are changing their faith and going off and, okay, let's pick a different wife or husband or whatever, let's, preventing the enmity that comes from that in terms of personal things, saying, okay, your bridal gifts, you can have those back, because she's with me now, or, but in the lawful, the ma'ruf, which is lawful and the wholesome, and we see, if a woman's not going to obey you in what's good and fair, I mean, you gotta be crazy to marry her, or she's gonna disobey me, even if it's the right thing to do. I don't expect her to obey me. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. But if you marry somebody, certain conditions that they will swear to, and as you've seen here, I mean, if they claim to be believers, that's one thing, but at the very least, that they're going to control their speech, and they're not going to spread bad things, and they're going to control themselves in terms of their sexual acts to, only be with you. And, they're not going to run off and secretly have an abortion or infanticide or something to hide that they're, So there are certain conditions that are universal. But take notice, friends, those who incurred the wrath of the law, surely they are spared of the hereafter, such as the disbelievers despaired of the buried in the graves. Oh, the pledge, verse 12, and the people ending their marriage, verse 10, and and 11.